Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Reads Readers with your host, Clinton Reed. And today I want to bring to you my BookTubeathon TBR. I decided, because this is my first year on BookTube, I would like to participate in BookTubeathon. And I thought it would be very interesting to finish 7 books from July 30th, starting at midnight, July 30th, all the way to August 5th. I do believe. Are those dates right? Yes, they are. My bad. My board's over there. I'm trying to... Okay, and I've got her video. BookTubeathon was started by Ariel Biss. Girl, I'm not going to be able to pronounce your last name. But Bisat. This was created by Ariel. And it's about basically bringing the community of book readers together. From BookTube to Bookstagram to the book lovers of Twitter and Tumblr. All of us coming together to read as much as we can in 1 week. And there's 7 awesome challenges that you gotta get through. And I've got my stack of books over here. Now let's get into this, telling you what my books are about. Challenge number 1 is to let a coin toss decide your first read. Now, I wanted to challenge myself to actually accomplish 7 books. So none of my books are like longer than 300 and I want to say 20 pages. So for this one, I decided to choose 2 books that have been on my TBR list that I've been kind of interested in. Both are progressively different. First you have Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, which I have a confession to make. I've never read a John Green book. Sorry. But it's the truth. So we have for heads, Turtles All the Way Down, which deals with, all I know about this is it deals with a guy or a girl that has OCD. I think there's anxiety representation and stuff like that. I kind of want to go into this one blind, seeing as there isn't a movie, and I kind of want to play it out, you know? And then the next one I have is Stags by M.A. Bennett. Ooh, that glare. Let's bring it closer. Ooh, not that close. Glare. Go away, glare. Which says on the front, One Deadly Weekend, which is... There was a movie several years back about this guy who goes to an island where he's hunted, and they hunt people and they put their heads up on the wall and stuff like that. It's kind of the vibe I get from this. They're being hunted, so it's like a thriller. Psychological survival adventure with complex characters, a keen sense of place past and present, and a breakneck pace will fascinate and shock readers as revelations lead to an unimaginable truth. I like to go into my thrillers a little blind. I like to go into my contemporaries just a little blind. So we have for heads and we have for tails. Let me sit them down. Let me move Batman. Where are you up there? We're going to sit those up there so y'all can see them. Now, where'd I put my coin? Now let's see if I don't lose this. Oops. And it is... Ooh, Tails. So my first book is going to be Stags by M.A. Bennett. Interesting. And here I thought it was going to be Turtles All the Way Down. Sorry, John. I didn't mean to drop you like that. Okay. For the challenge number 2 is to read a book about something you want to do. Now, First off, this book takes place in Connecticut, which to me is traveling away from Oklahoma to a new place. This is also a murder mystery, and I've always wanted to, growing up, ooh, sorry guys, I feel like I'm speed talking. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit nervous, I guess. But, growing up, I've read a lot of like Hardy Boys, Boxcar Children, and all these other mystery type books. I have an entire bookcase back there dedicated to James Patterson and other mysteries and thrillers. So to me, something I've always wanted to do was to solve a murder. I've always wanted to like put the pieces together and all this stuff. And this one has caught my eye because I'm a huge Sherlock Holmes fan. And that is A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro. Don't ask me where I got Becky from. And this follows the descendants of Watson and Holmes as they meet up at Connecticut at a prep school, Sherringford, which is a prep school I've never heard of and now kind of am interested in visiting. So I took this as something I've always really wanted to do was to solve a mystery that's so epic and very Sherlock Holmes-esque that I just have a blast. And I've heard really good things about this, and it's only about 321 pages. Why not? So that is the one that I would choose for that. The next one is to read and watch a book-to-movie adaptation. Ooh, I only have the book over here. I forgot to grab the movie. Hold on. It's a good thing I knew exactly where it was. My bad, guys. The book I would like to read is Stephen King's The Body. I've never read a Stephen King novel, and this one's like really short. It's more of a novella. But basically I was reading the back and I was like, ooh, this sounds familiar. And then it was like adapted into the 1986 classic film Stand By Me, which I went and purchased for $5.99, as you could tell. But I would like to read The Body and then turn around and watch Stand By Me. I feel like that would be a very interesting matchup and see how well Stand By Me, how close it is to the book. After last month of reading, after reading Outsiders in June and watching the movie, I've been really wanting to do a book-to-movie adaptation. And why not read my first Stephen King and watch a movie that I remember growing up loving? But P.S., I don't remember anything about it except them walking down a train by the railroad. Next is to read a book with green on the cover. Now I went through my entire TBR, and like a couple stood out, but the only one that stood out with the most green. And you'll notice that with my TBR for this readathon, there's a lot of thrillers and mysteries going on. I've been complaining that I haven't read enough, and I'm like a huge mystery buff, and I feel like I haven't read my fair share, so I thought I'd give some try this month for this readathon. And the one I chose for green on the cover is As Known As by Robin Benway. Now, I have heard mixed reviews. Either you love it or you hate it. All I know is it's a mystery that involves spies. Maggie Silver has loved traveling the globe with her parents, cracking safes for the world's premier spy organization. But when Maggie is sent to New York City for the first solo assignment, her life is transformed. Suddenly, she's attending a private school and befriending Jess, the cute son of a potential national security threat, while trying not to blow her cover. So, sounds interesting. Thought I'd give it a try. It's only 304 pages, so I should be able to get through this. And it's such a pretty cover. I usually don't like covers with like people on it, but the shade of green with this pink for the AKA it just speaks to me. I don't know why, but it does. Okay, next category is to read a book while wearing the same hat the whole time. Now, I'm going to show you the book and then I'm going to show y'all my hat because I'm a little proud of my hat. And both have kind of Disney aspects added to it. I decided for this I really wanted to read a children's fairy tale. I have a few on my shelves that I have not read, but I thought, why not? I would love, this one's only 203 pages, so I figured wearing a hat for 203 pages won't irritate me because I don't wear that many hats. But the fairy tale that I want to read is Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. And this edition is just gorgeous. Like, come on now. And it's got that deckled edged pages that I love. Like, oh my god. But the hat that I have, unfortunately, doesn't go with Peter Pan. It's more Alice in Wonderland, but let me put my hat. And the hat I'll be wearing, no matter how I put it on, is my White Rabbit costume hat. Hey! I figured this would be a fun way of connecting my love for Disney movies kind of into this reading challenge with a fun hat. Because I feel like everyone's going to be wearing like a baseball cap, a fedora or something. No one's gonna wear a top hat with rabbit ears. And we all know I'm the eccentric one. I'm just going to leave my hat on for the rest of this video because a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do, boys. So yes, I thought I would read Peter Pan. It's one of the... I can speak. God, I'm tired today. But yeah, it's a children's story that I've always wanted to read. All children except one grow up. Do you believe? So, thought I'd throw in a little hinge and throw in a little classics. Kind of broadening my mind here. For I thought a fantasy book would throw off this gorgeous thriller aspects that we have going on. And this next book, for this next challenge, the next challenge is to read a book with a beautiful spine. I didn't just choose a gorgeous spine. This book itself is drop-dead gorgeous. It's one of the prettiest books I have on my entire shelf that I have not read. Well, besides this one, which is like my next one that I'm going to get to. Y'all can squeal now. But that's not the book. That was just gorgeous. But I chose for this one with a beautiful spine, I chose The Price Guide to the Occult by Leslie Walton. Leslie Walton was the one who wrote The Extraordinary Life of Ava Lavender, or whatever the name of that book was, that everyone loves. Still haven't read it myself. I'll get to it eventually, guys. But look at this spot. Ooh, let me get out of the light. Look at that spine. But then again, look at that cover, hardback, with red stained pages. Can we just state this is gorgeous? All I know about this is something about some magic involved, a book falls from the sky, tattoos. I don't know. Oh, sorry. The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. My bad, I should just read the back. But yeah. All about the Blackburn witches. We all know. Me and witchcraft. I'm there. So I thought adding a little bit of a mystery with magic elements would throw off this little TBR we got going here. And now the last one is just to read 7 books. Now this last book that I chose for this TBR, which I probably should have just thrown in Turtles All the Way Down too, but to keep with the theme we have going here, is a book by an author that I've been very curious about because I knew of her from Wattpad, because a friend of mine's actually on Wattpad. Look at Nikki Kiss. She's amazing. Love her. Still reading her book, Kingdom Come. If you like erotica and girl-on-girl action, Kingdom Come, guys. But I saw that there was a book published by a Wattpad author, so I looked her up. Love her. Her name is Natasha Preston. She wrote the best-selling book, The Thriller. Not the Thriller. The Cellar. She also wrote The Cabin and one other one which I can't think of. But what I want to read by her is You Will Be Mine. The thing that intrigued me by this is this little poem on the back. Roses are red, violets are blue. Watch your back, I'm coming for you. Ooh. It's about a bunch of friends who are at a party who receive a letter that says, you'll be next. Something like that. Or, your heart will be mine. And other weird little things. And it's them racing to figure out who's next to die. And who the killer is after one of their friends disappears. So why not? But those are the 7 books that I'm going to dive myself into this week. We have Stags by M.A. Bennett, followed by A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallero, The Body by Stephen King. 'Cause where is the body? If any of y'all get that reference, let me know down below, and I'll just do another shout out for you. And I'm gonna watch the movie Stand By Me afterwards. And then for Green, Always Known As by Robin Benway. And then we've got Peter Pan by Jim Barrie. We have Price Guide to the Occult by Leslie Walton. And to finish it all off, You Will Be Mine by Natasha Preston. And that, guys, is the books I'm going to be reading for BookTubeathon and my wacky hat. So if you like this video, hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe. And remember, kids, reading is what's fundamental. Until next time, bye.